Hey, what's going on, guys? Clegg back again, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different for the first time on my channel recently. Something I should have been doing before, but I kind of felt weird about it, is I'm going to do like a character banner review on like the new characters coming out. A little disclaimer here. This is my opinion mixed in with some facts that I've done some research, and a lot of these characters, a lot of the things I'm going to say also factor in what's happening in Japan version of the game. Now, obviously, our game differs from the Japan version of the game. The global version differs from Japan, but as far as like content, like 6-star release of units and things like that, I'm pretty sure we can use that as fact, okay? Depending on how Gummy decides they're going to do this. So let's get into it, and again, disclaimer, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, who knows? So hopefully this helps you guys out. Let's look in. So first character coming out here, actually we're going to look over it here, and here's the banner. And new allies joining the fray. It's coming out August 5th, and we're going to get Lenna, who is a white mage healer. We're going to get Warrior of Light, who's more of a tank damage dealer, and then we get Tellah, who's a mage, okay? And what it says here is huge boost to drop rate, so that's a little different than what we've been seeing. It used to say like some other different wording, so now it's just saying huge boost, which is different than what we've been used to seeing. So I'm not sure if maybe they just decided they were going to use huge instead of the other word, if huge is somehow different than the other drop rates, multiplier, I'm not really sure yet. So maybe Gummy just decided they were going to use huge, or it's going to be bigger or smaller. So we're going to have to wait until we get our data through Reddit to see how exactly this banner works out, and if there's going to be something different. So let's start reviewing the characters. We're going to first start with Tellah here. Tellah is a mage. As you can see, mage damage, and he can heal too. He's similar to Terra in a lot of ways. He currently he can be picked up as a base 3-star, and then he can be upgraded to a 5-star. So when you summon him, you have a chance to get him at 3 stars. So the blue crystals when they come down. His trust mastery is MP plus 30%, similar to, I think it's the exact same as Shantoto, if I'm saying that name right. No, Shantoto has mage plus 30%. MP plus 30% is completely different. My apologies. But, that's an okay trust mastery. It's not the best. I don't see myself grinding for MP plus 30% right now with the current content, but maybe in the future I could need some MP plus 30%. If you look down at his stats, I was comparing them to Terra. They're very similar to Terra, considering they're both like mage damage and healing. He has a little bit more spirit. He has like 1 more magic. He has less defense. I know he has like 20 less attack, and his HP is a little less. But overall, they're very similar at 5-star. We can scroll on down here. He gets Mage plus 20%, but in my opinion, I think that is still factored into his overall magic, so I don't think that's really that big of a deal. And then he gets Recall, which apparently just randomly casts Meteor, Death, and these other abilities here. And I don't think, you don't really want to leave anything to RNG, and some of these abilities are not very good. Obviously, Meteor is awesome, but the other ones aren't that great, so I don't really like this ability too much as far as putting something on your team that's random. So, Terra at 80, 5-star, level 80, gets the Moogle effect ability. I can't remember the exact name for it, but essentially it will remove all your status effects from your party, and I feel like that's way better. Maybe I'm wrong in comparing him to Terra. Maybe he's more of like a normal traditional mage, but he does get Cure, and he gets Raise. So I feel like comparing him to Terra is pretty fair. If we go down here, Terra only gets Viagra, I think, whereas he's going to pick up the Poison Devourer to all enemies. He's going to get all 3 status. Elemental attacks, which is pretty great. He's going to get Cura, which I think is similar to Terra. He gets Osmos, which is great because it drains MP, so it gives him the MP back he may need in a fight. And he also gets Raise just like Terra, so very similar there. And as you can see here, his little sprites. I don't think that Tellah is very good. I think Terra is just, kind of better with her trust, her little Moogle thing. She also gets a better trust mastery. And so I would say if you want him, get him, but he's definitely not the best. He doesn't have a 6-star in Japan yet, so that's my opinion, guys. If somehow this opinion's wrong, let me know in the comments below. But now we're gonna move on to Lenna, who is it says that her job is princess, but I'm gonna say white mage. Okay, she is a white mage, guys. And what I'm gonna compare her to in our current global patch is Finna. And I think Lenna, if I'm saying her name correctly, Lenna is a better Finna for you guys, but she's not, Finna is free, whereas Lenna you're going to have to roll for. However, she is a 3-star, so she's not that hard to pull, but, she's a better Finna in my opinion. So we'll go down, we'll look at the Trust Mastery, and I'm actually going to click on this so I can show you guys the Magi Staff. This staff gives you attack plus 25, magic plus 12, and spirit plus 70. So this staff is definitely used for your healers. It's a great healer staff. I don't know everything that's coming out in Japan, guys, but this seems like a great staff for current content for your healers. So it's definitely a TM you're going to be looking to get. I think it seems amazing. Remember, guys, this is just my opinion. As far as her stats are concerned, I haven't really compared her to Finna too much, but they seem pretty good. They seem okay. She can go up to 5-star. Obviously, we don't have 6 stars yet in the game. I am not sure if she gets a 6-star. I think she does. But by the time she gets her 6-star, so like right now in our current game, I think Lenna is the best healer hands down when she comes out. Okay. As far as in Japan, they release several new healer units and support units that are better than Lenna. I think even at her 6-star, they're better because they have 6 stars. So, but right now, guys, in my opinion, Lenna is the best white mage you can get, best support. And let's look at her abilities real quick. Spirit plus 20%. Again, I think that's factoring in on this wiki to her total 107. That would make sense, right? But she gets cheer, which again, Finna gets cheer also. So let's see, we're comparing the two. Finna gets cheer, and Lenna's going to get cheer, okay? And if we move down, we get Asuna, which is pretty good. We get Cura, but we also get Curaja. Okay, so here's the big break between all the white mages. Now, Roselia used to be like the best mage because of her curing abilities, getting Curaja, things like that. But now we have a healer who is going to also get Curaja, and they're going to get Cheer. And Cheer, again, increase attack and defense by 40% for 3 turns all allies. That is insane. That's 40% to attack and defense, okay? Plus you're getting Curaja, which makes her better than Finn in my opinion. And she also has this cool trust mastery for the magic staff. So that's my review on Lenna. She's pretty good. She's the best healer in the game, I think, right now with her release. And I think that her trust mastery is worth getting. But yeah, that's my first opinions on that. Now we're gonna go to the big daddy, the big person that dropped. Obviously, the guy in the center right here, Warrior of Light. So let's look at him. Warrior of Light. He gets Light's Blessing, which we'll look into that. That's his TM. Effect Auto Brave, Faith and Regen. Regen plus 20% attack and magic. I think that's pretty good. I don't know if I would grind for it. It might be super worth grinding for it. Again, I'm not sure on everything in the game, but it seems okay. It seems decent. It doesn't seem like something you would just push off to the side and not want to look at. Right now, you can only unlock him at 4 stars, so you're going to have to get one of those orange-yellowish crystals to come down to get him. You can't get him at 3-star, guys. I apologize. And he currently only goes to 5-star, although he has a 6-star in Japan. And let me tell you guys, he is regarded as the best tank in the game in Japan, arguably next to Cecil, who we have also seen released, but you can get Cecil 3-star. But Warrior of Light gets really good at 6-star, and so you will be looking forward to having him as the content progresses. Let's look at his abilities here. Store, defense plus 30%, which I think goes into his stats. I think, like, again, I'm not sure how this wiki works, so I could be saying that wrong. He gets an undead killer, which killer ability is always good, so against undead, he's going to be doing 50% more damage to them, which is great. He's going to heal himself, which is okay. That's not too bad. Blade Blitz is similar to Barrage in that it's an AoE. Like, Barrage isn't an AoE thing, but again, Barrage will like multiple attack different things. Like, you could have it just mow down your enemies because it's so strong. But Blade Blitz is going to do AoE to everything, and it's a pretty strong ability. Sentinel, chance to protect others while guarding. So, he's kind of, again, he's the tank, so he can kind of take some damage for your team. He has Full Break. Now, here's the big one, guys, Full Break. So he's the second character in Global to get Full Break, the first being Van. So if you guys don't have Van, this is the guy you kind of want to get. Full Break makes the game easy mode, okay? I learned this from stream. I've learned this from playing the game. Full Break is insane. So let's read it again. It reduces the attack, defense, magic, and spirit. So like all the major stats by 30% on an enemy for 3 turns, okay? So you're knocking down his attack, his defense, his magic, so they're not hurting you very much. And then it's taking away their spirit and defense, which means you're doing more damage to them and more magic damage to them. So it's an amazing thing for Full Break. In the future in Japan, there are a lot of different units that get Full Break, including Rain, which everybody gets in the game. At his 6-star, he is going to get Full Break. But right now, currently, if you want a Full Break and you didn't get Van and you're looking to pull something, this is a 4-star pull, guys. So it's going to be just as hard as I think Chizuru was to pull. Similar to that. But he does have Full Break, so you want him on your team. He's one of the best tanks. And then here are his 2. He goes from 4-star to 5-star, guys. This is what you're going to need to get him up. So the way I'd rank these units is Warrior of Light is a great unit to have. This is a pretty good banner. If you don't have Cecil, if you don't have Van. He's similar to Cecil because he's a tank. Cecil, on the other hand, is more of like a buff your team, whereas Warrior of Light is a, he can break the opponent down. He has Full Break, things like that. Lenna would be the next best thing you could pull from this banner, as she is the best support in the game, I think, at the moment. I even think Warrior of Light is better than Cecil currently. So, Even though, if you guys know me from my stream, I love Cecil. I think Warrior of Light's a little bit stronger with the full break right now. If you don't have a full break, you know on your team already. And then I think Tellah's kind of like the, you know, like the booby prize, or, you know, however you want to say it. He's like the little tiny prize you can get. He's okay. He's not the best. He doesn't shine the best. He doesn't have a 6-star yet in Japan, which means we don't know if he's even getting a 6-star. I think Golbez, he's similar to Golbez in my opinion, as far as like, you know, where he stands in the rankings. And Golbez is definitely more likely to get a 6-star in my opinion than Tellah, as a lot of people like Golbez. So let's bring it back up here, and thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is all opinions and mixed in with a little fact that I can get from the Japan. I read some Reddit posts. I try to give you guys the best advice I can. If you guys disagree with me, write it down in the comments below, because I like to learn too. I'm not the most expert player at the game. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. If you guys would like to if you guys would like to see me do a review on all the new banners, just let me know. I love doing this. I love talking about the game. Subscribe for more guides in the future, more things like this. Just me talking about the game, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.